Good morning. Good morning. I am so glad to be with you today. Happy Father's Day. Do something nice to your dad today. Here's something specific you can do. If you have a chance, say, Dad, I love you, and then describe how much you love him. One thing Levi does is he says, Dad, I love you bigger than the biggest number. And I was like, ah. So, like, say, Dad, I love you, and give a reason why. You guys have some really great dads. And do something nice for them today. Anyway, let's play a game. Here is Toast Race. If you do not know, what you do is you pick a number of the toast that you think is going to pop up first, either 1, 2, 3, or 4, and if it pops up first, you win. So here we go. Which piece of toast is going to pop up first? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Toast. You said 4. You were right. Great job. Let's do it again. Which piece of toast is going to pop up first? Toast. It's 4 again. Great job. You got that. All right, one last time. Toast. This time it was number 2. If you got all 3 right, comment below and let me know. Great job. I mentioned it last week that I want to show you my boys dance to the dance. Here is a couple seconds of the babies dance to the dance. Yeah! Isn't that cool? Here's our chance to dance like crazy people. Let's go. Come on, put them together tonight! You really are. Now, with today's verse is Kaya again. Kaya, give us the verse.
I have told you these things, so in me you will have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. John 16:33.
Fantastic job, Kaya. I'm so proud of you. Want to do it again with a silly voice?
I have told you these things, so in me you will have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. John 16:33.
Great job, Kaya. If any of you guys have the verse memorized, feel free to have your parents record it and send it to me, and and you guys can teach the verse coming up very soon. Let's worship God.
That's it.
You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you.
With all my heart.
I worship you. You are here.
let's stand up, put your right hand in the air, and let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for each person watching us. I pray that we would be people who stop and listen to you. I pray that instead of being distracted for the next few minutes, that you remove the distractions, that we be able to focus on your Spirit and which you want to speak to us today. Thank you. Amen. All right, today we're talking about news. Here is a few snippets of news for the day. Here is Fox News. It says, watch, Trump signs executive order on police reform amid protests over racially charged incidences. Here CNN says, governor condemns would-be militia after protest turns violent. If we go to one of the local stations, Kate says, Harvey County begins to phase out COVID-19 restrictions this week. And the local news, here's the Ark Valley News, and it has a picture at the splash pad. It says, easing into normalcy. Children delighted with the reopening of playgrounds and splash pad. That is the news that I found. And we have been surrounded by news. And it hasn't really been that good news. You've heard about the pandemic and how things are bad and things are getting better and let's open up, but we can't open up because we're in the middle of the pandemic, and we hear that all kinds of stuff, like cases are going up and cases are going down, and it's not that bad, but it is that bad, and it's a mess. And then now with the racial stuff, and we have protesters, and we have rioters, and we have good cops, and we have bad cops, and we have all kinds of news, and it's exhausting, and it's confusing, and it's frustrating, and it's just a whole lot of not very good news. But today, I'm going to share with you the best news. In fact, going into it, it does not look like very good news. And it could begin with the headline, Jesus' followers sleep while Jesus prays. Or Jesus' best friend, or one of Jesus' disciples betrays him. Jesus, when it comes to today we're talking about Good Friday and Jesus' death. We've been talking about Jesus' life the last few months, and we're coming to the end of that, and we're going to go into the New Testament for the remainder of the summer, and the letters and Acts and I wanted to share the good news. But it looked like bad news. Jesus is betrayed by his best friend. He goes to pray, and his disciples turn their backs on him and run away. That nobody stands with him. He goes from court to court where lies are being told about him, where he's being hit. And even with that, they can't come up with anything really honestly bad about Jesus. They can't even come up with something fake bad about Jesus. And he gets beat, he gets whipped, they strip him naked, take all his clothes, and give him away. They put on a crown of thorns that buries thorns deep into his skull. They beat it into him. They wrap him up in cloth and rip it away, causing him to bleed more. They throw a huge wooden beam across his shoulders and have him walk up a hill. And there, they take nails, and they nail his hands and his feet to the wood. They lift him up to die. This does not sound like good news. In fact, this would sound like really bad news. Innocent man put to death. Jesus, the healer, beaten. Jesus, the teacher, lied about. Jesus, the friend, betrayed. It's bad news. And then he dies. And they mock him. Even after he's up there, they say, you can save other people. Why don't you save yourself, Jesus? They could have called down angels. And he could have been rescued. He could have healed himself. He was God. But he chose to die. Most people of crucifixion, they die of suffocation. They no longer can breathe. But it looks like Jesus died of a broken heart. He knew what was going on. And even at the end, he said, Father, forgive them. They do not know what they're doing. He says, it is finished. And he dies. He's really dead. They take his body, they put a spear aside, and blood comes out. They take his body, and they wrap it up pretty quickly, and then they stick it in a cave. They stick this huge stone in front of the cave. For everybody, I thought that was the end of the story. Headline, Jesus dead. His disciples left him. They were like, well, I don't know what to do now. I guess we'll just go back home and do what we're doing before. On the third day, some women came with some spices to kind of rewrap Jesus because it was in a hurry, and those men did it the time before, and if you know the guys, I know the guys, they probably didn't do it right, so let's do it right because Jesus at least deserves to be buried right. The tomb was empty. The angel appears and says that Jesus is alive. Jesus is alive. He shows up. He shows people the wounds in his hands. He shows people the spot in his side. He eats with them. He makes them breakfast. And there's good news that Jesus is not dead. He's alive. And we call the Friday before Easter Good Friday. But on that day, he looked like anything but good. It looked pretty awful. What made it good, though, was that he took your place. He took my place. We all have sinned. We all have fallen short of what God says we need to do to be with him. And the wages, what we deserve because of that, is death. Jesus died to take our place. And he rose again, defeating sin, defeating death, defeating the grave, so that we could spend our time on earth here with God, and spend our forevers with him. That's the good news. The headlines, like I read earlier, they'll change. Every day, or every week if you're the Ark Valley News, they change. And eventually that will go away. And they'll always be news. Some of it will seem good. Like the splash pad reopening, you're like, woo, I like the splash pad. Some of it seems bad. It comes and goes. The best news, the good news, because that's what this is called in the Bible. This is the good news of Jesus Christ, is that he died to take your place. He defeated sin. He defeated death. He defeated the graves, rose again, and is preparing a place for you. He sent his Spirit to reside within you, to teach us, to guide us, to correct us. He will never leave us. He will never forsake us. That news, that's from almost 2,000 years ago, is still just as true, and it's still just as meaningful, and it is just as good now for us, and it will be. Today we're celebrating Father's Day, and I pray that you will get to teach your children about Jesus, about the good news of Jesus, and for them it'll be just as real and just as meaningful as now. And they'll tell their children, and they'll tell their children until Jesus comes back, because the good news of Jesus isn't a come and go thing, it's a forever thing. And the stuff that's in the news may impact us, but what really makes a difference is Jesus. I pray, if you've never decided to follow Jesus, that you would decide to follow Jesus today. And for the rest of us, that we would be able to find peace and the good news. That we would be able to find confidence in the good news. That no matter what's happening in our world and what's happening in our communities, that we serve a God who's defeated death, who's defeated the grave, and who invites us to join him. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for these boys and girls, for their moms and dads. I thank you for our dads. I thank you. I pray, Lord God, that we as dads would be a better reflection of you as Heavenly Father than we are. For those kids that don't see their dads that much or miss their dads, I pray, Lord God, that they would see you as the perfection of what they're missing out. Help us, Lord God, to be people of the good news, to share the good news with those around us, and to allow your good news to go to our hearts. Change us to become more like you. In Jesus' name, amen. Happy Father's Day. Be good to your dad today. I love you. I miss you. And I'm praying for you. I'll see you next week.